To all you single parents out there, whether you're a single parent by choice or through separation, whether you're divorced, whether you're a widow, an ex-partner, whether you're pregnant and alone or currently co-parenting, this channel is for you. My name is Betty, your noble host, and I welcome you all on this platform. Now, in this platform, we do encourage all you single parents on the need to embrace self-love, practice self-care, and we encourage self-growth even as you embark on the task of raising your children. Although I must tell you that, dear single parent, you are not alone. God Almighty is right there with you, by your side, guiding you through, infusing you with divine strength, courage, and wisdom, in order that you may raise your children to maturity and to what God has called them to be. Okay, so be encouraged in this, single parents. And I also urge that you please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Okay, welcome. So today we're going to talk about that introverted child. You know that your child, single parent, you know that child who is always quiet, who never says anything, always in the corner, always agreeing with you, always observing, never saying anything. Yes, that is the child we are going to talk about today. Now, I don't know why I felt the need to talk about that introverted child today, dear parent. But I've seen so many introverted people, even adults. And one thing I can tell you is that most of us parents, we tend to not ignore, but overlook. Yes, that's the word. We tend to believe that, well, because they say they are good, because they are quiet, because they're not giving us any trouble, that those kids are okay. But let me tell you something, parent. And this is not for you to go all paranoid and be looking at your introverted child like, you must keep an eye on you. But there is a way, because we always believe that they don't give us any trouble, so they don't require more time. But let me tell you, if there's a child who requires more time, it's that introverted child. Because an extroverted child will always tell you what they've done. They'll come and tell you, Mom, Dad, I've done this, I'm doing this, I want to do this. They always announce whatever it is in their mind, and you always know what's going on with them. But the introverted child, you know, that quiet one, is just observant but doesn't say anything. And especially if you're in a single parent home, let me tell you, dear parent, that is a child you should really, really cock your eye on. I'll tell you why. Because we tend to overlook them because we think they are okay. But they really require that we engage them. I mean, dear parent, you need to engage that child. You know why? Because they always feel like they're not needed. They always feel like they're ignored or they're invisible. Okay? So, dear parents, I urge you to always make time for all the children, yes? But make special time for the introverted child. Get to ask them questions. Ask them, what did you do today in school? How are you feeling today? Where do you want us to go? What clothes do you need for me to buy you? Or something. You know, something that is dear to their heart, something you know that they like. Go out in the park with them. You know, take walks with them. Because, you know, they open up when they feel they're comfortable. Okay, but when they feel they're not comfortable, and especially when they know mom is stressed, mom is a single parent or dad is a single parent, and they feel stressed and they don't want to burden you with the pressure of you know, making your life even more harder. Okay? Those are the kinds of children that they require special attention, honestly. Because let me tell you, when I grew up, I knew so many introverted people in my life, in my you know, while I grew up. Let me tell you, those are the people who you could never suspect could do some very, very, very underhanded things. I mean, if somebody told you that child is a criminal, you would be like, no way. I mean, no way is that child a criminal. Or no way did that child get pregnant. Or no way is that child a thief or a murderer or something like that. You know why? You know why? Because they are quiet. They are innocent. They look innocent. But because we don't take time to follow out what they are doing in school or what they are doing with their friends or what they are thinking, although you can never tell what people are thinking, or they can never tell you what they are thinking. But let me tell you, that child needs attention. That child needs to know they are loved. That child needs to know that you care. Because most of the time, this introverted, I don't know why I have to speak on these children who are introverted. But parents, if you're hearing me, begin to perceive your introverted children in a way that they need more attention. I need you to be engaging these children with questions. Questions. Don't assume that because they're quiet and they always say, yes, mom, yes, no, mom, yes, I'll do everything, and you assume they are good. No. Parents, make sure you know where they are all times, what they are doing. Engage them in questions. Don't assume that my baby is so good. Oh, my baby is so good. This one never does any wrong. This is my best child ever. Don't ever assume that. Don't, because they are not talkative. You assume because they only stay in the corner when you tell them to. You will be very surprised. Those are the children you are supposed to engage very, very much, dear parent. And this is not even about single parents. All you parents out there who have introverted children, there's a reason why I'm talking to you parents about these introverted children. Sometimes they mix up with the wrong company because they're not given much attention, because you assume they are okay. She's fine. This my child is fine. This my child never gives me trouble. This my child is, the best child ever. They always do what I say. Yes, they always do what you say, but you don't know what they do behind your back. That's why you need to keep engaging them with questions. I mean, make time, even if it's half an hour of your day. Sit them down. What did you do today? What did the teacher teach today? What are you journaling? What are your interests? What would you like us to cook today? Engage them. Make them feel like they can open up. Because introverts really, they're always on their head. If you've dealt with introverts, they're always in their heads. Always in their heads. Thinking, observing, overthinking. Well, I'm not introverted, so I wouldn't know how. But for those I've heard speaking of this, and those ones I've observed, especially the ones that are extremely introverted, they don't say much. I have a brother like that. That brother of mine, he's our last born. And I'm telling you, he likes to keep to himself. He doesn't say much. It's a yes or no answer. They don't like to engage in those long, hearty conversations. He feels like he's too overwhelmed. But the things he does sometimes, you're like, that's not my brother. But he's the one. I'm not about to expose him on what he does, but parents, don't ignore that introverted child. Don't assume, my goody. This one can never do no wrong. This is my best child ever. You'll be so shocked. I had a friend when I was growing up, when I was a teenager. And everybody used to praise, and she used to go to church, never late. She used to do what mama says until people found out she was pregnant, and people were wondering, when did she get pregnant? How did she get pregnant? They were not even asking who. They were just shocked that she was pregnant. Come to find out, mama thought she was a goody. She used to leave her in the house alone. Oh, my baby, I know you will just sit down and cook and, cook for us and wash our clothes. You always do good things, my baby. You can never do no wrong. No. She actually found time to go and have sex with someone. When mama knew that this my virgin girl, she doesn't know anything about sex. You see? And like us who are very extroverted, extremely talkative, people used to just believe these are the ones who are criminals. But not necessarily, So parents, whether you are a single parent, whether you are, as long as you have a child, and if that child is introverted and because of the extreme introverts, Please, dear parent, take time to know that child. Take time to engage them. I mean, it doesn't have to be every day, but at least make time for them. And don't be so inquisitive, like, don't don't be like that, those military guys, like, where were you? What were you doing? Who are you with? No, it doesn't have to be like, just be soft. Just be, let them, make them feel like they can open up to you, dear parent. And especially the teenagers. Those introverted teenagers, those are the ones, especially, dear parent. Don't assume those kids that they're goody two-shoes. Oh, my baby, so beautiful. This one never does any wrong. This is an angel right here. No, dear parent, don't assume that you gave birth to an angel. Follow that angel. Those, especially the teenagers, right? Follow those angels. Not to stalk them, but make sure you are aware of what they are doing, who their friends are, their behaviors, the ones they hide from you. They're very good at hiding because they've observed you. They know you don't pay any attention to them, So they have formulated a way how they can sneak stuff under your nose, I'm not saying the introverted children are ignored, no. And I'm not saying they are bad people, no. I'm just saying they need attention from you, dear parent. Don't assume that because they don't disturb you with trouble like your other extroverted children, that they cannot be trouble. In fact, those are the ones that can cause you a lot of trouble if you don't take care, dear parent. Those children can really surprise you. I mean, just when you think they are angels, just when you think. And it's those introverted children who can blow up your entire life. All because you didn't pay enough attention to them. Yes, you took them to school. Yes, you provided everything they needed. But they needed attention, which you didn't give them. And they assumed that because their brothers are attention seekers and they don't know how to get attention, they will get attention elsewhere. And wherever they go, or whoever they are looking at, almost always, especially when they are teenagers, if they want attention, they always get negative attention. They always get people who are toxic to teach them negative things. And because you don't know, and because they are very good at hiding things from you, you will never know that your son or your daughter smokes or they're having sex as teenagers, maybe even younger. You never know that they're engaging in activities that you wouldn't believe if you were told, or if you were shown a video of them. You would say, no, that's not my angel. Okay, dear parents, what I'm asking again, give your introverted child special attention, because they are not built to say much. Their personality is that they are quiet and they're more inward than outward. So give them quality time and attention. Okay, dear parent? Because, these children, their future, their destiny, God is really, 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 really attentive to their destiny. And every stage, mama, like I always tell you, dear parent, every stage you have to be present. You have to be present. When we were growing up, we were so many of us, I don't know if it's just Africa, but, in African families, we were so many of us. We were like 6, 7, 10, sometimes 13, 14, 15. We were so many, and the parents didn't have the time to just pay special attention to a child. That's why you see most of us now are struggling for attention. Not because our parents were not able to give us attention. It's just there were so many of us. They wouldn't know when to start giving attention and when to go and work for the money for our school fees or for food, because if you are raised 15 of you in a household, my friend, if mama wanted an hour for each to give each person attention, an hour, what? It was practically impossible. It was practically impossible. And they were pressured for money, so they had to do what they had to do to get money and take us to school. So there was not much attention going on when we were growing up. Most of you can relate with this, especially those ones who grew up in Africa. We were a whole football team in that household there. So our parents were more concerned with how am I going to get all my kids to go to school. That was their concern more than, oh, I love you, oh my babies, I love you, oh, you come here, let me give you all the attention you need, oh my baby, you are so good. They didn't have time for that. Honestly, they didn't. Honestly, they did not, even if they wanted to. And even if they wanted to give us attention, they didn't know how, because maybe they had never received attention. So they only gave us what they could, what they knew, and how best they knew. So, but now that we know better, I'm asking you, all you parents out there, give attention to all your children, but especially that introverted child. You need to keep your eye on that child. You need to keep your eye on that child and be sensitive to what you say or do around them, because they are built in such a way that they are observing, they're very observant, and they absorb everything around their surroundings. Okay, so be very mindful, be very careful, and always pray for them. Pray with them. Show them how to pray. Let them know that God is their source, that they don't go out there looking for other things. And if they want something and they cannot have it, that they should not look toward people, that they should look up to God. Okay, parent, whoever you are. And this is for all parents everywhere, because all you parents, we have different kinds of children, different personalities, And now that we understand personalities, we need to be very, very, very attentive to our children. Okay, dear parents. So I thank you once more for your time and company, for tuning in onto this channel, and for pausing to like, share, and to subscribe to this channel. May the good Lord bless you, may He keep you, and may He make His face to shine on all of you and your children. Until the next time, my name is Betty, and I wish you a blessed day. Amen.